Hello and welcome to Danganronpa, a mystery adventure game developed by Chunsoft, available on Steam, and I believe also on the phones and PlayStation 4, I think. This is kind of like the re-release. It was originally, if you didn't know, it was originally on the PSP more than 10 years ago, I think. It was relatively niche, actually. Not a lot of people knew about it, and even there was like a translation by fans, you know, that kind of made it kind of popular. And then it got like officially localized and everything, right? I experienced this game. If you didn't know, full disclaimer, I already kind of played this game, you know? The first one and the second one, never played the third one yet though. So this is kind of like a, kind of like a warm-up, I guess, to the third game because I've never actually played it. So I was planning on streaming it one day. And I'm like, well, I should play the first and second one, you know, just to have it on the channel, right? But yeah, originally it was on the PSP, and yeah, that's how I experienced the game initially as well. Never played technically the PC version. I don't know, I guess we'll see how it is. And let's see. Also, if you didn't know, Danganronpa is kind of like a mystery, kind of like visual novel-esque kind of game. You know, I compared to Phoenix Wright, basically one of my favorite games, game series really, in general, and that's why I really love Danganronpa as well. You know, and I compare visual novel. I mention a lot of times when I read a visual novel, especially on the channel and everything, I kind of compare it to this game. You know, a lot of the times. Some people, I don't know. I mean, it's very popular, Danganronpa. I feel like it has a big community and everything. Some people might not like it, especially if you're used to like traditional visual novels, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I really like this game. It's one of my favorite games in general. All right. So again, I've already kind of played this game, but I'll try not to spoil any of it. You know, if for whatever reason, I mean, most likely, if you never played this game before, and you don't want to get any spoilers right away, obviously, then I'm gonna try my very best not to spoil the game at all. You know, I'll try my very best. Because obviously it kind of ruins the experience, you know. It's kind of like, you know, again, it's kind of like a mystery kind of game. You're not supposed to know what's going to happen. That's the point, right? So I'm going to try my very best not to say anything. Oh, here we go. I was looking for this option, actually. Japanese. Well, is it language Japanese as in, like, the words are Japanese or the voices are Japanese? I'm kind of confused, actually. What does it mean by Japanese by English? It just says language. I'm going to choose Japanese first. I'll reset if it's, like... different. Okay, logic and action. I don't think these really affect much, to be honest. These just kind of affects like mini games and whatnot. I'm just gonna put normal. I mean, again, I played this game before, but it's been a while, so I don't remember everything. So I'm just gonna play it as is. Anyway, it's a beginning cutscene. Oh, that man became a pile of bones. What does that mean? By the way, if you're really confused, I guess we'll find out. You know, on top of the, I guess, unique art style, the music is pretty good in this game as well. That's part of the reason why I like it too. Alright, let's see here. Kind of weird, the text is kind of like... Is that normal? Whatever. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands in the center of the entire world. Yeah. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every day. Again, translation, definitely there's a difference between the fan translation and the localization. I think the biggest gripe, at least for me, is that it seems like the translation for the localization, you know, the official one, takes a lot of liberties, you know, in terms of like changing the meanings around. So the original like Japanese meanings, you know, are kind of lost in translation, but I guess we'll see. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Host Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there, the game, the ultimate school filled with ultimate students, was me, the protagonist. This guy. Naegi Makoto da. This guy. As you can see, I'm nothing but a hopelessly average high school student. Average on the outside, average on the inside. I really don't have much going for me when it comes to grades, special abilities, or even personality. I mean, yeah, I have hobbies and stuff I like to do, but it's not like I'm psychic or mutant or whatever. Like, if you ask me what my favorite song was or my favorite movie or TV show, it would just be whatever is most popular at the particular moment. Even among the average, I'm completely average, so I can't even say I'm your everyday hero type. That's just who I am. Anyway, I figure it's always good to introduce yourself right off the bat. But you know, if I have any kind of strong points, so to speak, I'd say I'm a little more gung-ho than other people. I mean, look at me, I'm completely ordinary, but still, here I am, standing in front of anything but ordinary's Hope's Peak Academy. Is this voice? Oh, okay, that's not. Sometimes there's voices, sometimes there isn't. You know, it's kind of like that kind of like combination. I still can't believe I'm standing here. I wonder if someone like me can survive in a place like this. It's got this overwhelming presence, like it's trying to swallow me whole. But it's no wonder I would feel that way. What you have to understand is, well, let me just tell you about the preparation did last night to get ready for today. Oh yes, anonymous. This is just like, well, it's 2chan, you know, technically. Hope's Peak only invites those students who are truly elite in their field. It's such a popular topic, there are threads online dedicated to talking about the school's attendees. So to prepare, I looked up some of those threads. And all I saw was talk about ultimate students, who were way beyond your average high schooler. For example, one incoming student is the ultimate pop sensation. Yeah, pop idol. I guess she's a high school girl who's also the lead singer for a pop group famous all over the country. So yeah, that's kind of the weird thing about Danganronpa. Or, well, I mean not weird, but like, you know, kind of like something to pay attention to, I guess. It's kind of like the whims' main premises. Is like students who are just very good at something, you know? Apparently. There's also the ultimate baseball star. He was the cleanup hitter for the National High School Champs. Pro teams already have their eyes on him. Ta-da! Very good at baseball. Then there's the ultimate fashionista. Kinda weird though. These are not like traditional school subjects, except maybe baseball, but... but yeah. She's been on the cover of tons of fashion magazines. She's what every high school girl wants to be. I don't know if that's true, but... And oh, they mentioned the ultimate biker gang leader too. Yeah, it's like, huh? This is also, you know, a thing you need to be to enter this academy. It's kind of weird. The scary thing is, he's the de facto leader of every biker gang in Japan. Gangs everywhere love the guy. On top of that, there's the ultimate martial artist, the ultimate fanfic creator, the ultimate gambler, the ultimate swimming pro, the ultimate programmer, the ultimate clairvoyant, and then some. Yeah, that's the biggest, I've noticed actually, the ultimate moniker or whatever, that's one of the biggest differences in the localization. It used to be, let me just say, it used to be in the fan translation, translated a little bit more literally, it was like super high school level, you know, like super high school level martial artist, super high school level baseball star, you know, which makes more sense to me, you know. I mean, it's ridiculous either way, I guess, but ultimate doesn't really convey it because obviously these are kids, right? So these are teenagers, I assume. So the ultimate doesn't really make sense because I mean it's as if they're ultimate in the world, but not really. They're kids, right? So they're super high school level. They're very good, for their age. You know, it makes more sense to call it super high school level rather than ultimate, in my opinion. It doesn't convey the same meaning, you know. But anyway, that's the one thing I've noticed. I don't know if I'll notice anything else. Probably not, because again, it's been so long. I don't remember much of the actual original translation, but that's the one thing I did notice. Anyway, reading that made me realize how totally powerless I was. It was the country's finest top to bottom. I felt like a tame little house cat who wandered into a pride of lions. But still, there was something I couldn't stop thinking about. You see, there were a few students who I couldn't find any info on, no matter how much I looked. Of all of those ultimate students, I'm the only one without any kind of worthwhile talent. But then, what about those other new students who didn't seem to pop up anywhere? Could they just be average students like me, without any talent or anything? That thought was kind of encouraging. I mean, I know I don't have much in the way of personality, but beyond that, there's an even bigger issue. How does such an unbelievable average student like me get picked to come to this ultimate high school? Well, you see, it's called being a self-insert, you know, generic protagonist. That's your superpower, Naegi. The ultimate protagonist. The ultimate anime protagonist. Or like, you're supposed to be super normal, the normie, you know, and super average. Anyway, I mean, I guess there is a reason. You just have to take one glance at the acceptance letter they sent me to see why. We recently held a lottery to select one ordinary student to attend our school. As a result, you've been selected, and we invite you to join us as the ultimate lucky student. Okay, we're just very lucky. All points into luck. They spelled it out plain as day. I got invited by pure luck. Honestly, I probably would have been better off just declining their offer. But after hearing how graduating was a guarantee for success later in life, I just couldn't say no. But then actually standing there in front of the school, I started to feel lost, like I didn't belong there and I could feel myself losing my nerve. But still, I can't just stand here in front of the gate forever. Frozen in place, murmuring to myself, I looked down the acceptance letter clutched in my hand, and also the barking dog outside my window, which I have to keep open because it's very hot today, so anyway, hopefully the outside world doesn't make too much noise and gets in the microphone. It said there'd be a meeting for all incoming students in the main hall at 8 AM. The meeting still isn't for a little while, but I should probably just head in. Yeah, let's do this. I gather up all my determination and try to act like I've done this a million times before. Like, by the way, the text, I don't know why the text got that. I don't know if that's intentional or not. I didn't touch anything about this game. I just downloaded it and, you know, booted it up, you know, today. So I don't know if there's anything weird with the text. Was the text always like that? I don't remember it in my brain whether or not the text was always kind of like a little weird. You know, the kerning, you know anything about graphic design, but the space between the letters is sometimes a little weird. Anyway, I guess I'll live with that. Hopefully it's not too bad. And I took my first step toward the main hall. Alright. So again, other than the fact that it's like the ultimate academy, pretty normal start, right? Let me just tell you right now, if you never experienced this game before, it's gonna get a little bit more tense, okay? It's gonna be there's gonna be a bit more things are gonna happen. So it's not just gonna be like a slice of life, happy school life, you know? There's gonna be some more to this, but we'll see. This is where we're supposed to meet, right? I guess I'm the first one here. There's a really elegant clock over in the corner. It says 7:10 AM. The meeting doesn't start until 8 o'clock, so there's still 50 minutes left. It makes sense, nobody else would be here yet. I was so wound up, I got here way too early. I have plenty of time before the meeting, just standing around waiting isn't exactly... Well, I should take a look around the school, maybe that'll help me calm down a little bit. I am a student here now, so there shouldn't be any problem with me having a look around, right? It'll help me kill some time if nothing else. Trying to play it cool, I took my first step into Hope's Peak Academy. It was also my first step towards starting a new life at the new school. At least that's what I was hoping for. Go! Uzumaki Spiral. As it turns out, it was a Juji Ito game. No. What the? But the instant I took that first step forward, my view became warped, twisted. It was like some kind of illusion melting away, mixing together into something else. Spinning, mixing, melting away, then spinning again. At the next moment, everything went black. That was how it all began, and how life as I knew it came to an end. Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler, by the way, that I said that, you know, I mean, you know, you just kind of look at literally the genre of the game. It's like mystery adventure, right? So there's gonna be stuff that happens. Very, very, very minor spoiler. That the whole premise of the games, is that bad things happen. At that point, I should have realized the reason I was brought to Hope Peaks Academy wasn't because I had ultimate good luck. It was so I could experience ultimate despair. Zitsubo. Welcome to despair. Do I want to save the data? Maybe. It's weird because you could choose, I believe you could choose when you open the game, choose either like mouse and keyboard or like a controller. I'm using mouse and keyboard right now. Kind of weird that sometimes you don't have like a cursor though. I guess it is like a port though, of like a PSP game, so maybe that's why. Anyway, save data, yes. Save the game. Eh? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body feels heavy. It's pretty normal for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but zonk off. I don't know, that just sounds like something else, but anyway. What was I doing asleep here just now? This isn't a classroom I've ever been here before, or been in before. What the heck is going on? Alright. Again, very, I don't know if I mentioned it, but, just from the beginning cutscene, really, you can tell this is a very stylistic game, Whatever that means, but, it has a very unique style to it, which I like. Anyway. Welcome to Hope's Peak Academy. Firstly, we'd like to explain the basic controls. You use the mouse to adjust your aim. If you aim at an object interact, you press the button, and presto, you'll investigate that object. You WASD to change your viewpoint. You press and hold the right mouse button and it's kind of like a typo already, and move that mouse around. Also weird, like weird thing with the letters get cut off. Why don't you try looking around the classroom? All right, here you go. I mean, I guess again, this was originally a PSP game, so that's why maybe it's like so weird, Anyway, but yeah, you can investigate again. Very akin to Phoenix Wright. Definitely a lot of investigating you gotta do in this game. And again, one of the main marketing like teasers for this game is definitely Phoenix Wright style trials. But I guess we'll see about that when it actually happens. Look at this. That's kind of weird. Why are the windows barred up with like giant, nuts and screws, or what do you call them? I'm not entirely sure. But little things. What the heck? In any normal classroom, that's where a window should be. It looks like some kind of metal plate's been bolted over it. And if I were to knock on it... Yep, definitely metal. Thick too, very solid. But that's not what matters here. More importantly, why are there metal plates over the windows? I don't know, man. Okay, same thing. Can I skip that? Okay. Well, can't really... Man, look at this camera. Why is there a camera in here? Is that a surveillance camera? We're like Moses. Shadow Moses, that's what it is. Shadow Moses, Metal Gear. Now, it's a dangerous world we live in. I guess they have these to keep weirdos from just wandering in. I mean, I try to remember, were there cameras in my school? I don't remember if there was. Maybe. Maybe there were like the ones in the corner, they're very like, they're covered like a dome and whatnot. Sometimes they're just, I feel like a lot of them are like kind of there just to scare people off, really, but it's not like a real camera in there or something. I don't know. Like, look at this. What's this? That's the desk I fell asleep on. I can still see a line of drool I must have left there. I'll have to clean that up later. Hey, what's that on the desk? Hey there, new kid. The next semester is about to start. An orientation guide? It's some kind of cheap-looking pamphlet and there's something handwritten on it. The next semester is about to start. Starting today, this school will be your entire world. What the hell? Was this someone's idea of a joke? I don't know, man. I don't know, Naegi. Jeez, I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. It was just after 7 when I first got here. Has it really been almost an hour since then? Okay, let's see. So what might have happened is I got myself so wound up I passed out in the main hall and then someone carried me here? If that's true, that must mean this is a classroom inside Hope's Peak. No shit, Sherlock. But then if that's true, that just raises more questions. This is all really strange. Yeah, it's still strange though that the windows are like barred and everything, and you're suddenly here with no one here. You know, normally there'd be people here, right? I mean, those metal plates covering the window, it's like it's a prison or something. None of this makes sense. I should probably head back to the main hall. It's already past the meeting time. There might be other students there now. You can leave the classroom by pressing R. Yeah. Anything else to look at? Look at that. Look at this. What's this? There's a TV. The school is funded by the national government, so I guess it's not that weird to have TVs in here. Something feels off though. I wonder what it is. I don't know. It's just a TV. I mean, it seems like a rich school, right? Has a TV and everything. My school, we did have like projectors, you know? You know, when we always play a movie in class, there would be like a projector. You can watch that, I guess. Yeah. Everything's 2D, by the way. Again, very, in the sense of actual graphic fidelity, though, or fidelity, is that the word? Fidelity. Definitely, you know, it's just everything's a sprite. But, you know, in a way, it's very stylistic. It had to be. The game had to be kind of like, you know, stylistic to, like, to stand out, you know, like a PSP era. You remember the PlayStation Portable kind of had really bad graphics, but, you know, the whole point is that because it's portable and everything, it made up for that. But it had like really like PlayStation, like PS1 style graphics. Really bad. But I guess on a very tiny screen, you know, it's like you notice that less anyway. Jeez, this hallway is kind of weird too. This is getting stranger by the second. I honestly have no idea what's going on. Well, for now, I'll just head to the main hall. Alright, can move around. Shift feet to run. And you can also look at the map by pressing tab. How convenient. Alright, there you go. Again, oh, the controls are weird. Okay, oh, okay. Okay, no, it's like a first-person game, I guess. Okay. It's first-person, basically. It's Doom. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know. Spare Hotel. Spare Hotel? I guess it's a place for people to stay overnight, but anyway, I need to get a main hall. Yeah. Wee, take out my gun. Pew pew pew. Oh no, Kako demons. See what's over here. So over here is an icon of a bear, whatever that means. Totally don't know what that means. I have to pretend not to know things because this isn't my first time again. Reminder: this isn't my first time, but you know I'm trying to like not spoil everything right away. Anyway, I'm trying my very hardest. So you know, it's kind of misses the point if you just kind of get spoiled for everything right away. It's a very it's that type of game, you know, the type of game where you have to really avoid those spoilers. It's best, you know, you experience the game as it happens, you know. It's over here. No, is this the way to go? Okay, by the time I got back to the main hall, everyone else was already there. Okay, that's fine. We can explore the school. We can explore the rest of the school later. Look at these people. Very important. All these characters right here. Look at them. Look at all of them.
So, 君たちも? 今日、希望が峰学園に入学する予定の新入生だよ。これで15人ですか。キリがいいし、これで揃いましたかね。
Standing before me were the ultimate students that had been handpicked by the school. I looked around at everyone who gathered there, taking their faces one at a time. This guy reminds me, actually. There was kind of like a beta version of this game, by the way. I can't remember what it was called. Something like Distrust or whatever, or Disillusion. I can't remember what the original name was. But it was like a prototype of this game, you know? Where, it was much more darker, actually, you know? One of the main things about this game that kind of stands out is the fact that it's quite colorful, you know? It's like, it's very anime, basically. But basically, the original version, definitely a lot more realistic, you know? The faces of those people are definitely, I guess, uglier, you know? Because more realistic, right? So, the original designs of these characters was much more true to life, I guess. Look at the guy on the right. You see the guy on the very back? I mean, a lot of these characters are a little, you know, goofy looking when you think about it. But, you know, the one, the very back there's the fat guy, basically. Well, that guy kind of stands out, you know, because he looks like he's from the old game. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, we're looking at all these people. Maybe I was just imagining it, but I swear I could feel a kind of aura coming from each of them. An aura. A menacing aura. I mean, you're talking about menacing auras, you know, the one on the very right. Anyway, how's it going? My name's Makoto Naegi. Sorry I'm late. A bunch of stuff happened, and then all of a sudden I was just asleep. Whoa, you too? My really, like, weird hair? His hair disturbs me, by the way. I don't like his hair. Like, it's not even, like... What is it? Like, I don't know. What is it? What even... Anyway. What is it even supposed to be, you know? It's like a weird mix between, like, dreadlocks, but, like, also an afro? It's like a weird afro dreadlock? I don't know. It's so weird looking. I don't like it. Why? She looks awesome, though. Things just keep getting curiouser and curiouser. This guy is just... I mean, I don't know what it is about... You gotta add the fat guy, you know? So he's just incredibly fat. For some reason. So strange. I declare beyond a shadow of doubt that this is a strange situation indeed. What are you talking about? I honestly have no idea what's going on right now. Okay, this guy's very serious. Just a moment. There's something else we must address. Makoto, your tardiness is unacceptable. Surely you were aware the meeting was to start at 8 AM sharp. To be late on your first day is unspeakable. I must report you. You must accept your due punishment. Alright, and this gal? What's your problem? It's not like he wanted to be late. He didn't have any control over it. Everyone just calm down. Listen, why don't we all go around and introduce ourselves? The hell? No, now's no time for friggin' introductions. I don't let... His hair, too, is kind of like... I mean... It's supposed to be the, you know, the stereotype biker gang in Japan and everything, but it's kind of weird that it kind of flops down, you know? I don't know what it is, but the perspective makes it look weird. Maybe, but it may be good to at least find out who we all are before digging into the bigger problems here. I mean, how are we even supposed to talk to each other if we don't not know each other's names? That's a good point. Okay, so let's get introductions out of the way then. We can move to one or whatever else. Sound good? I'm still totally lost, but I think it's best to just to follow... I can't speak. I'm still totally lost, but I think it's best to just focus on getting to know each other for now. We gotta introduce all of the characters. It's very important. So I guess this is a chance as any I'm gonna get. I already looked everyone up on the Hope Peaks Academy thread online, but I still don't really know what kind of people they actually are. Time to find out. Alright. I'll start by talking to those 5 over there. Understood? Alright, there you go. I guess we'll just go from left to right. Oop. He looks like he's always yelling. Ganbaro. Also, the ultimate moral compass. Interesting. And that's different, actually. I believe in the Japanese or fan translation anyway. He's supposed to be the ultimate what you call it? Prefect, I think. Like student prefect or whatever. I mean, he has the little band. I mean, in Japan, you know, that usually means like you're like from student council, or like a hall monitor or something. You know, basically someone who's like, you know, who enforces the rules in school or whatever. You know. I think that's the idea, whatever, like a student council. I can't remember, I don't know if it was like a student council president or something, but I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, in a lot of like Japanese high school, there would be like an emphasis on that, actually. But I guess in English, it's just ultimate moral compass. That's kind of weird to me, but all right. So that's Kiyotaka. According to what I saw about him on that thread, he went to a famous private school and won top honors every year. He's basically a flawless honors student. He's also known for the work he's done with his community's Public Morals Committee. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he's from Public Morals Committee. Yeah, that is a thing in Japanese high schools. They say he respects rules above all laws, earning him the title of Ultimate Moral Compass. Yeah, it's kind of weird, actually, because it's like moral compass is kind of like a generic term. In the original version, he was referred to like as a position, you know. But I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Anyway, you can call me Taka. You said your name was Makoto Naegi, right? That's a good name, a strong name. You should thank your parents for giving you such an excellent name. And to keep that name from losing its value, you must devote yourself every single day. Life is worth putting every ounce of effort into it, right? Right? This guy's kind of annoying. Okay. Alright, talk to Toko Fukawa. She reminds... Oh yeah, I gotta like remember, because there's voices. I don't like to talk over the voices, okay? That's the whole point why I turn on Japanese voices, you know? Gotta remember not to do that. Anyway, it's surprising, you know, every time, sometimes it pops up, sometimes it's some real weird rules about like voice acting. I do know there's gonna be like a section later on where it's fully voiced, but we'll see about that. Anyway, she reminds me, by the way, this girl, she reminds me of a certain, I don't know, let's just say, story, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. Well, I was gonna say I like her, but I can't say why I like her, so I'll just say I like her. I mean, just from looking at her, I like her. She's like... I don't know. Yeah, she wrote a novel when she was 10 that got everyone talking and launched her literary career. And 2 years later, she released So Lingers the Ocean, a love story said to be her masterpiece. The book was such a hit with women that fishermen quickly shot to the top of every hottest men poll. Despite her age, she's won countless literary prizes and all her books are instant bestsellers, which is why she's come to be known as the ultimate writing prodigy. Okay. Well, that makes sense. I think that, yeah, in the original translation, that was also the case. That she's just, you know, the ultimate writer or whatever, super high school level writer or something. What else would you call such a young and talented author? But I figured she'd be a lovey-dovey type, of her masterpiece being a romance and all. Okay, what? It's not polite to stare, you know. Stop staring at me like I'm some filthy creature! Filthy creature? No, I just thought... I know what you just thought. You just thought you'd never see an ugly woman. You just thought it was so funny. Yeah, it's kind of weird. She has this weird persecution complex, by the way. No, that's not what I was thinking at all. Even though she's like an anime girl. She looks completely fine. It's weird. Like, maybe that's the point. I think she said that. I think she voiced that, but I'll say it again. Don't bother trying to lie to me. I know it's true, otherwise I know you can't stand looking at me. Whatever. I don't really care. I'm used to it. I'll talk about an inferiority complex. I was way off about what a successful author would be like. You know, a lot of creative people, I've heard anyway, are a little unhinged. I mean, a lot of successful authors, or even unsuccessful authors, really, that become successful when they're dead, I guess. A little, you know, I don't know what you call it, but like, sometimes a little mentally unstable. But sometimes you have to be to make a lot of creative things, you know? I don't know. I mean, literally, I read like a Reddit thread or something about, what's his name? H.P. Lovecraft, basically, that's what it reminds me of. But I believe H.P. Lovecraft, the guy who made a lot of like those like cosmic horror, Cthulhu-esque type of stories, you know, he didn't have a very good life, you know, and he didn't really got a lot of success while he was alive, you know. But then afterward, when he died, I guess, after he died, then suddenly everyone knows about Cthulhu, but, you know, before, when he was actually writing it, not a lot of people, you know, he didn't, at the very least, he didn't get a lot of money from it anyway. The surveillance camera looks like a gun attached to it. Oh. There's no way that's a real gun, right? Don't worry about it. You know, this is totally not an American school where they just put guns in the cameras just to make sure. You gotta defend yourself, right? The right to bear arms. I guess. I don't know. I can't look at that. I look at this TV again, but there's a TV. Same dialogue. What about this? A mailbox. There's nothing inside. You guys look at it? Talk to you? The pop idol, I think? Ultimate pop sensation. I mean, I think originally she was all just called like a pop idol or something. But, you know, same thing, I guess. I guess the idol idol culture is definitely different. You know, obviously, if you try to localize it, there really isn't much of an idol culture, I guess, in the West. But I guess they just call it pop sensation. I mean, the closest thing would be something like, you know, like a Britney Spears or whatever, like a pop star in general. But, you know, I feel like idol culture is very specific, especially to Japan and whatnot. Japanese idols in particular. Anyway, The way she moves is positively mesmerizing, and that pleasant scent I can't quite place. Well, it's called perfume, buddy. Sayaka Maizono. When I saw her name in that thread online, frankly, I was pretty surprised. She's in a pop group famous all across the country. In fact, she's their lead singer. As the ultimate pop sensation, she's in high demand to appear on TV and magazines everywhere. But actually, that's not the only reason I was so surprised to find out she'd be going to this school. I'm sure she doesn't remember, but... well, never mind. No matter how you slice it, she's really beautiful. Almost like a doll or something. Maybe she is a doll. I'm not a doll, you know. I'm alive. Huh? Did you hear me? I'm psychic. Huh? Kidding. I just have really good intuition. She's a sharp one. Huh? Hey, by any chance? Now what? Yeah, must be. I'm sure of it. Hey, Makoto, did... Geez, you guys. How long do you plan to waste our valuable time with this ridiculous back and forth? Sorry, I just got carried away, I guess. Self-introductions are for the introducing yourself, not bubbling through a bunch of idle chit-chat. You're right. Sorry, Makoto. We can talk about this later. It sounded like Sayaka really had something she wanted to say. But it's not like we'll ever, never see each other ever again. Like she said, we can talk later. Totally. Totally fine, right? I like her. I don't know, anyway. Why is she so... mean to herself? Stop bullying yourself. Anyway. Alright, well this guy's very... gung-ho. Leon Kuwata. The ultimate baseball star. I recognize that name. He played for the National High School Champs as their cleanup hitter, the ultimate baseball star. I had really short hair before then. And that superb athletic specimen is... this guy. You? Seriously? You don't look like a baseball star, you know? You have a weird, like, paperclip on your shoulder. You see that right there? On this right shoulder? Huh? What's wrong? Nothing, I'm just surprised. I figured with you being the ultimate baseball star and all. What? Were you expecting some kid with a shaved head? Shaved head? No, I was just expecting more of a, you know, sporty-looking traditional baseball player type. I mean, when I found the article and picture of you online, that's how you looked then. What? Oh man, you found that picture of me playing baseball? Seriously? I hate that picture. This is not cool. This is so not cool. Seriously, I'm like mega embarrassed right now. I didn't have a choice, okay? Shaving your head like that is part of the national championship regulations. But now I refuse to cut my hair. I'm not gonna dye back to normal either. Actually, can I be totally honest with you? I don't like baseball. Like at all. I never got to a single practice. He's never practiced and he's still his team's star player. He's some kind of prodigy. As soon as I got accepted here, I quit baseball for good. I have my own dream for the future. A dream for the future? My only path in life is getting into music. You feel that star quality aura I have, right? I'm gonna be a singer, so all I need is a songwriter, someone on guitar, and we're set. This new version of me that's chasing after my dreams like super cool to the max. You know, it's not unheard of, I guess. If you're like, you get really rich, you know, in like some aspect, like sports or whatever, and then you transition your career to something else, like music, where you could just pay everybody else to do all the work for you, you know, basically. That's how a lot of, popular musicians get famous, you know, they just have a lot of money, so they just buy their way to stardom. Anyway. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I never imagined I'd hear something like that from a baseball all-star. You gotta get money first, though. You can't quit the baseball that early, you know? You gotta get all the money. Alright, I gotta talk to this guy. Okay, sometimes he does a weird voice, I guess. Yamada. The ultimate fanfic creator. Okay, now this is I have a problem with. Like, fanfic creator doesn't make sense. Fanfic creator just doesn't make sense at all, because in the Western sensibility, fanfic just means like, I believe, I mean, as far as I know anyway, it's just like, you know, just stories, right? Just like fan-made like novels and whatnot. You know, not even novels, but like short stories and whatnot, right? But obviously, he's not a fanfic creator. He's an otaku. You know, he's literally an otaku or whatever. He makes dojins, okay? Dojin cheese and whatever, you know? So, like, it doesn't make sense to call him a fanfic creator. Just call him an otaku or something. It's really what he is. Because obviously his dialogue is even mentioning right now. By the way, how much do you know about the world of 2D art? World of 2D? Well, right now we're in the world of 2D, actually. Well, in that world, I'm well known and supremely well regarded as the ultimate fanfic creator. I once sold 10,000 copies of one of my fan comics at a school festival. The event has passed into legend. Some of them didn't get it, of course, saying I'd be tainting the event. How stupid can you be? That's too bad about them, but selling 10,000 copies like that is definitely pretty remarkable. The words of such idiots mean nothing to me. I'm like Van Gogh, utterly unappreciated in my time. I'm a soldier serving night and day to destroy all mindless preconceptions about fan fiction. Again, weird. Using the word fan fiction doesn't make sense. I guess in a way it is fan fiction, but it's like, I don't know. He's like a doujin artist is what he really is, you know? I guess it's hard, obviously, again, to localize it, but I really wish they didn't need to localize it. Just like keep the Japanese terms, come on. TL, no, you know? Anyway. I'm sure if we were to observe my work, Mr. Naegi, you would comprehend its greatness immediately. Oh yeah, something I've noticed as well in the Japanese version, it's a very stereotypical otaku thing to do, actually. It's like, it's the stereotype to actually refer to everybody with very, what's the word? I guess gracious? That's not the right word, but you know. Very, over the top, honorific. So like Mr. Naegi, he would call him like, I believe like, what was his last? I mean, Naegi is his last name, right? Or can't tell. Like Makoto, like Makoto Dono. So he would say, like Makoto Dono, like Master Makoto, whatever. He would call everyone that, you know. But that's because of apparently that's what just a otaku stereotype to call everyone, you know, like a master or whatever. Not literally master, not in the English sense, but you know, it's like an honorific thing. Normally you would use like san, you know, like Makoto-san or whatever, or Makoto-kun maybe. But usually it's if you're like equals, right? But for some reason, otakus, at least again, the stereotype is to call everyone like better than you, you know, for some reason. I'm not entirely sure the origin of that, but that's what you do, I guess. Like you call them dono, whatever, Makoto dono. For my work is filled with deepest meaning. Oh, what kind of meaning? It's about embracing our basest urges. I don't think I want to comprehend that. Okay, basically he makes a lot of hentai, is really what he is. Okay, now talk to those 5 people over there. I guess we'll start from left or right. Aisu. She seems like a very sporty person. A swimming pro. Aoi Asahina. She's been breaking records in every competition she's been in since elementary school. She's even been chosen as an upcoming Olympic cadet. She's without a doubt the ultimate swimming pro. The combination of her ability, appearance, and proportions have been widely discussed online, I guess. Yeah. She's like super like waifu bait. She's like, I don't know, she's like obviously drawn to be one of the cute girls in this cast of characters, you know, compared to the other weirdos. So, what was your name again? Sorry, totally forgot. Makoto Naegi. Oh yeah, I knew it was something like that. No, not something like that, it is that. Sure, got it. Here, I'll hammer it in my brain right now. Makoto Naegi, Makoto Naegi. She just kept repeating my name and moving her finger across her palm like she was writing something. What are you doing? You don't know? If you want to remember someone's name, you gotta write it on your hand 3 times. Well, isn't that something else, actually? You're supposed to, like... That's for, like, you know, stage fright or whatever. Like, you write, like... in Japanese, I guess, you write something like... I don't know. Like fear or whatever. I can't remember what it was. But you write something in your hand and then you eat it, right? Or something. You pretend to eat it. Anyway. I've never heard of that before in my life. Hey, by the way, how do you spell your last name? You spell it exactly like it sounds. Well, I have no idea. I'll just figure it out later and write it down. Okay. Again, localization is weird because obviously in English, I guess a Japanese name, I guess, it kind of makes sense in a way, but you don't know how you spell Makoto if you don't know how Japanese names work. But In Japanese, you know, obviously writing like a Japanese character it is different, you know, depending on your name, depending on what your parents give you. You know, you can use actually different kanji or different characters to have different meanings. So therefore, two people with the same name can be written differently. But anyway, so it makes more sense in Japanese to like for her to ask that. So she's not like super dumb, you know. That's not the game, you know. That wasn't supposed to be the original intention. That she's like incredibly dumb. Anyway, glad to meet you. Sure, same here. And one thing I learned, she's totally easygoing and bursting with energy. And also her bra is bursted. Anyway, booba. Booba! Up to you. Chihiro. Alright. Alright. The super cute one. That's like short, petite. Anyway. Sorry, I get kinda embarrassed when I introduce myself like this. Anyway, I hope we can get along. Same here, nice to meet you. Huh? Maybe it's just my imagination, but have we met before? I don't think so. We just met for the first time, which is why I said nice to meet you. Oh yeah. Good point, sorry. You don't have to apologize for that. Oh yeah. Chihiro Fujisaki is known for all the cutting-edge programs she's created. She's the ultimate programmer. She's also got that timid little bunny type thing going, which has endeared her to her legions of fans. I guess the super shy type. The I want to mamoru her type, I guess. Hey, so listen. I'm really sorry. Okay. What are you apologizing for? Well, just because you seem upset. You must be mad at me, right? No, not at all. I was just lost in thought about something. I was doing my protagonist, you know, monologue. Huh? Lost in thought? Yeah, it had nothing to do with me being upset or anything. Oh, that's good. I was afraid maybe you didn't like me. I'm glad. I'm sorry to understand why her fans are so into her. Anyway. Kitty Kitty! Oh, I already knew. I know all these characters, okay? But anyway, Kitty Kitty. I said her name before you actually saw her name. Kitty Kitty, Kitty Kitty, Kitty Kitty, Kitty Kitty, Kitty Kitty. I mean, there's a video actually, like a song, you know, that kind of parodies her name or something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but Kitty Kitty, Kitty Kitty. I just kept saying her name. Can I ask her name? Kudere spotted. Also, ultimate question mark. It's a mystery. She's pretty tight-lipped, huh? Oh, but you know, her name didn't show up anywhere in that Hope's Peak Academy thread. And I did see that there were students like me, ones who didn't have any real identity or presence. Could this girl be one of them? Could this girl be one of ours? Or something? What was that like? Try to remember. Was that like a dialogue in like an anime called Love is War? Kaguya-sama Love is War, you know? There's literally a scene, you know, where it's like, could this girl be one of ours or one of me? Or what was the sentence? I can't even forgot. One of our kind? Anyway, whatever. I'm trying to remember that line, but who cares? So what are you doing at this school? What's that supposed to mean? No, I just meant getting invited here means you're some kind of ultimate something, right? So what ultimate something are you? Why should I tell you? Huh? Well, I guess you don't have to tell me. No, I don't have to tell you, so I'm not going to. Nothing about her turned up online, so I was thinking maybe she got picked by chance like me, but... her face is like an iron mask. If she doesn't want to tell me anything, I guess there's no point in asking. Alright, kudere, 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 kudere. Where she's like the strong silent type. You know, super mysterious. Alright, Junko. Which I always said Junko, by the way. But it really is Junko, not Junko, you know? That's how you pronounce it in Japanese. Junko Enoshima. Look at that smile. A very big smile. Ultimate fashionista. Oh. Anybody will recognize this one. She's got more charm and presence than any high school girl in the country. She's the ultimate fashionista. I've seen her tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Does it? Well, I'm jokes the same, really. some slight differences, I guess. Maybe is it the hair tie? Maybe the little ribbon on her hair? I don't know. Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real. Come on, don't act so surprised. You'll make me all depressed. It's totally normal these days to Photoshop the crap out of cover photos. If you're surprised by that, you'd be totally blown away by a certain dangerous little diva of ours. They make the eyes and junk super big and tweak the skin so it looks all ceramic and porcelain. Oh. So many dreams are getting crushed today. Everything is fake. Nothing is real. Alright, Mondo. Nice to fucking meet you. Okay, there's a lot of swearing. Okay, that's a different, by the way. He didn't swear as much in the original translation, I feel like. But it's more so, because the Japanese anyway, it's not so much the swear words you use in the language, though is part of it, I guess. It's more so the way you speak, you know? So the equivalent, I guess, would be, you know, you're being super rude and swearing all the time. Maybe. Anyway, alter biker gang leader. Not exactly, because I was thinking like Yakuza maybe. It's not really Yakuza though. It's kind of like different, you know, bikers are kind of different from Yakuza. I think? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway. Mondo Oda, huh? Which means he's the current leader of the largest biker gang in Japan. You know, he should be like in jail, you know, instead of like in school. It makes no sense. Anyway. He's earned respect, even awe, from every gang in the country. He's the ultimate biker gang leader. Bow, kabow. I like the sound effects, but they translated the sound effects, I guess. Much more of a thing in Japanese, by the way. A lot of, like, you know, manga and stuff and whatnot. In Japanese, they do love their onomatopoeia. I guess in comics, I guess Western comics as well, you know, superhero comics. I guess they know how to do sound effects too, but anyway. Nice to meet you too. Hell yeah. Better be careful around him. One wrong word, I could wake up at the bottom of the sea. Okay, not much to say there. Those four over there are the only ones left.